What better way to spend a day in May than with some virtual college basketball, all with a prestigious trip to the Elite Eight on the line. It's the number 1 Gonzaga Bulldogs versus the number 12 Cincinnati Bearcats here at the Staples Center. Kind of. Welcome to the Live Sim Sports Tournament. I'm Zach Cohen, along with me, myself, and I, and Gonzaga coach Mark Few. He runs a tight ship with stars galore down there on the sidelines, and that includes forward Corey Kispert. He shined in the regular season for the Bulldogs, but he's really turned it on as of late. But just because Gonzaga enters the game as the higher seed doesn't mean you should count out Cincinnati just yet. First-year coach John Brannon has done wonders with his squad as they've upset both of their previous opponents to get to today's game. It should be a closely contested Sweet 16 matchup here, with the winner facing number 10 Utah State in the Elite Eight. And of course, with health seemingly on everyone's mind lately, there's no worries here as any of the previous injuries have been miraculously healed in time for the tip-off, which is won by Gonzaga as Ryan Woolridge takes the ball. Looks for a pick, instead he crashes through a nice floater to start off the game for the Bulldogs. Cincinnati, of course, in black, Gonzaga in white. Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber taking a sick day as Cumberland for 3. Rebound by Trey Scott, showing what he does best to give the Bearcats their first bucket of the game. Scott, one of the leading rebounders in the NCAA. He has 10.5 rebounds per game for the Bearcats coming into the game, showing off his proficiency down low. It's Kispert, back to Joel Iai. 5 seconds in the shot clock. He's going to have to do something with it. Passes to Kispert for deep. A rare miss from downtown for Kispert. Kispert leads the team in three-pointers. He couldn't connect on his first attempt there, as Keith Williams gets fouled in the paint by Kispert. Chris Vogt inbounds for the Bearcats. Kicks it to Trey Scott. Scott with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Scott loses it. A swipe by Woolridge, who passes up top to Kispert, who goes hard into the lane. A tough bucket. Kispert already with points on the board as Jaron Cumberland has to make some moves on the Gonzaga defense, in and out. Going back the other way already. Expect this entire game to be this fast-paced as both teams lean heavy on transition as Gonzaga can't capitalize. But Filip Pestrashev, my bad, gets the rebound. We can't put it back, but another rebound by Tilly. Of course, Pestrashev comes back up with it. The shot clock continues to count down. 4 seconds. That's to Kispert. Kispert, a nice spin move, a contested jump shot. Rebound again by Trey Scott. Bearcats take it back the other way. Cumberland gets a nice pick at the top of the key. 16 feet out. Rebound by Iai. Joel Iai with the ball. It's a pick. top the key, down low to Petrushev. Petrushev, the leading scorer for the team, showing why almost is just short with the up and under underneath. But another rebound by Tilly, his second rebound of the game. Tilly gives to Woolridge. There goes the shot clock yet again. Both teams really playing with fire here, in and out from deep. Woolridge couldn't connect. At the top of the key to Adams-Woods. Adams-Woods gives it to Cumberland to reset. Both these teams so used to the college basketball shot clock rules, having to adjust here to the NBA style, as Cumberland again lets the shot clock wind down to just a couple seconds left as Adams-Woods can't connect from the corner. Pittsburgh, the ball handler, down low, is throwing it down is Petrushev, the Serbian forward, showing why he is one of the premier players in college basketball, prompting Cincinnati to take a timeout. We'll be right back after this quick water break. We're back as Petrushev stays on the court for Gonzaga. One of the best players in the nation, arguably. He leads the Bulldogs with 17.5 points per game, probably prompting his decision to enter the NBA draft just a couple weeks ago. As he switches on a man, although the ball is in the hands of Jaron Cumberland. Cumberland tries to make a move left. Great defense up top by Gonzaga. 4 seconds on the shot clock yet again. These teams real playing with fire as Cumberland kicks it down to Scott. Gets it off just in time, but to no avail as Petrushev rebounds. Ball back to Iai. Iai at the top of the key. Moving around the perimeter, back to Woolridge. Woolridge gets another pick. Instead of cutting in, he takes the jump shot. Not even close. Luckily, Tilly's there to throw it down. As for the Bearcats, Cumberland, the ball handler, yet again, he's been a little bit on a cold streak lately. Hasn't been able to connect. As Gonzaga continues to hold on to their lead. It's Cumberland, top of the corner. Vote back to Williams. Williams yet again, a shot clock being a huge factor for both these teams. So luckily when you have a guy like Trey Scott down low, you can afford a couple misses knowing that Scott will get those boards. To Woolridge. Woolridge gets another pick from Killian Tilly. 7 seconds. It's Tilly posts up Cumberland. Tilly just seemingly chucks it at the glass for 2. Tough, strange way to get it, but whatever floats his boat, I guess. As Cumberland goes back the other way, tries to work on Woolridge. Woolridge gets a finger in there. Luckily, Williams ends up with it. 9 seconds as Adams-Woods crashes in. Gets it back to Scott. 4 seconds again. Scott up top to Adams-Woods. Interesting pass as Adams-Woods just clanks the side of the glass. Shot clock violation. Both of these teams have really been holding on to the ball for what seems like too long as Woolridge inbounds past to Iai. Yeah, he calls off the pick. Yeah, instead he'll take it himself inside. Good help defense by Cincinnati. Which again. 3 seconds. Woolridge pops just inside the three-point line for the long two to extend the Gonzaga lead to 8. Woolridge already has as many points as the Bearcats do. He approached the 4-minute mark. Williams hasn't said his name much tonight as Keith Williams fights down inside for his first buckets of the game. Woolridge to the top wing. He'll reset to the top of the key. Pass back to Iai. Iai tried to find Kispert in the corner, but there was good defense, and fortunately for Cincinnati, they left Woolridge wide open, but he couldn't connect again. It's Cumberland back to Adams-Woods. Adams-Woods to Cumberland. Cumberland approaching 10. Cumberland passes a awkward pass outside to Adams Woods. Approaching 5 seconds on the shot clock. Adams Woods back to Scott. Cumberland has to chuck up something as time expires on the shot clock. And there it is, as Gonzaga's lead has been cut to 3 thanks to that 3 by Cumberland. Woolridge back to Kispert. Good movement along the perimeter by Gonzaga. Yeah, he gets the pick from Tilly. Gives off Tilly. Yeah, he's going to have to take a shot again as the shot clock winds down off the front of the rim. The shot clock has arguably been these teams' biggest enemies early on, as Cumberland almost loses the ball. Tries to dance inside. Instead, he'll poke back out. Down low to Scott. Scott posts up Woolridge. Kicks it back to Cumberland. 5 seconds on the shot clock again. Cumberland, great defense by Woolridge. He'll chuck up a prayer. It's not answered. Rebound by Tilly. Both these teams not having much luck along the three-point line. This shot clock really posing a challenge to both of these teams. Yeah, he crashes inside. Great defense by Chris Vode, and it prompts the steal by Cumberland. Cumberland goes back the other way. Kicks to Adams Woods. Adams Woods wide open in the corner. It's good. All tied up at 12 thanks to that 3 by Keith Williams. Already you see Gonzaga starting to act a little more sluggish. Almost as if they're in a simulation that's slowly slowing down, if that's even possible. Who even knows? Yeah, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, he topped the elbow. He has to chuck up something eventually. Kicks it low to Tilly. Doesn't seem to get it off in time, but it won't matter as Vogt rebounds for Cincinnati. Here comes Williams, hoping for the first lead of the game for Cincinnati. Instead, Tilly ends up with the missed shot. Patrushev out to Kispert. Haven't said his name in quite a while. He's played great defense on Kispert, limiting his range so far. Although he ends up with the ball still. Kispert, 5 seconds. Back to EI. 4 seconds. Great defense by Cincinnati. EI turns, chucks up something, and somehow it goes in. Looks like the binary codes on that one lined up just perfectly to give Gonzaga a deep 2. It wasn't a 3. It looks like his foot was on the line as the big man Vogt sits up top to Adams Woods. Adams Woods, another three-point specialist for Cincinnati, kicks back to Williams. Williams cuts inside, a nice stop and shoot. No good. Rebound in the hands of Kispert. Kispert, an open lane as he kisses it off the glass. And just like that, Gonzaga reclaims the lead as the first quarter is slowly winding down. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Cumberland finds a lane and swirls inside. 16-14. 2-point lead. Shot clock turned off here as Kispert could just hold the ball until the end of the quarter. Kispert waiting for the perfect final shot. Instead, he'll pass off to Woolridge, who almost loses it. He has to go hard at the hoop. There's a scrum for the ball, and great defense by Jaron Cumberland to prevent Gonzaga from taking the final shot as we enter the second quarter with Gonzaga up 2. We'll be back right after this quick water break. The start of the second quarter is underway. No doubt that both teams are a little confused why it's not 2 halves instead of, how it actually is with the 4 quarters. That's just how you play in the NBA rules, as the first shooting foul of the game goes to the big Serbian. Zach Harvey driving in. He wears number 23 because of LeBron James's influence on Harvey. The freshman out of Topeka, Kansas, committed to Cincinnati just over a year ago as he walks to the charity stripe for his first shot of the night. The first free throws of the game just in general for both teams as he sinks the first one, much to the overall stadium's avail. Fun fact of the night, if a free throw shooter misses both of the free throws, the team wins digital Taco Bell. So it's certainly extra incentive for Harvey to miss both free throws. Instead, he just misses the second one. As Admin Gilder goes in tough and falls down, can't get it, but he does pick up the foul on Keith Williams. Now Gilder hasn't seen much action this game. This is the first time he's checked in today. But he didn't see much action at all in the past year after he missed last season with a blood clot. Part of the reason being after he sat out that season, he transferred from A&M as he sinks the first free throw to extend the Gonzaga lead by 2. Now, we tried to talk to Gilder before the game, but he just stared back at me as if not realizing that he was a simulation and I was in fact real. I was tempted to pull a Westworld moment on him and tell him that he is in fact a simulation, but didn't seem to faze as if he was only programmed to focus on the game at hand. As Cumberland tries to kick inside. Good defense by Gonzaga, rebound by Kispert. Here come the Bulldogs, a 3 for Woolridge. It's nothing but net, 20-15. Zach Harvey works on Admin Gilder. Cumberland inside, goes through the legs. Good defense by Patrushev, standing in the way of Gidler. Kispert back to Woolridge. Goes inside, hits off the knee of Prince Toyambi, and they're saying that it will be Bearcats' ball. Certainly interesting call there, as Cincinnati inbounds the ball, still up 5. Cumberland back to Diarra as the fans clamor for defense. You can just feel the tension in the stadium. As Diarra rebounds, couldn't get the jump shot off there, as Cumberland has to reset at the top of the key. With the wing, my bad. Instead, pass it to Harvey, who crashes inside, stolen, but who's there but Chris Vogt, who almost gets his own rebound, a pinball effect, as Diarra, a nice hook shot inside. Had 2 different attempts there for the big man Chris Vogt to get his first buckets of the night. Instead, it's Diarra with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar-esque shot to cut the lead to 3. But, of course, Ryan Woolridge has other plans. He already has 9 points on the night, a game high. Diarra back to Harvey. Harvey dancing at the top, looks for the open man, finds Williams. Williams crashes along the baseline, a left-handed layup to cut the lead back to 3. Both teams just exchanging scoring possessions here at the virtual Staples Center. Woolridge to Kispert down low, it's Pastrashev who throws it home. The 6'11" Serbian slamming it down for his 4th points of the night. Diarra back to Cumberland. Cumberland dancing at the top. Has to go inside behind the back, some nice moves, but denied by the big man Keith Williams. Pardon Dave Timmy. And there goes Harvey as the shot clock winds down, gets it off just in time. Cut the lead again to 3. Woolridge, an unnecessary spin move, as if he pressed the B button by accident. Woolridge looks for the open teammate, finds Kispert. We haven't seen a 3 from Kispert all night, except on the first possession. He passes back to Gilder. Gilder with the shot clock winding down in his face as he falls, but so does the bucket to give him his 8th point of the game, 2 shy of his performance from last Sunday. And he scored 10 points against Oklahoma. Williams, the ball poked away by Kispert as he goes the other way. Kisses it off the glass. It's good. 28-21. Could John Brannon use a timeout here? And there it goes, taking his timeout to resettle the squad as Kispert is slowly heating up. We've seen more of his involvement lately in the last few possessions. And we'll be right back after this water break to see if he can continue the hot streak. Ryan Woolridge has certainly been an impact player for Gonzaga tonight. He already has 6 points and 4 assists as Cincinnati inbounds. There's Williams, almost loses the ball. Finds an open Cumberland, who is cutting across the court. Cumberland backs up to the corner as the shot clock goes down to 8. Cumberland, great defense by Woolridge. Cumberland tries to find an opening. Pass out to Williams just as the shot clock expires, but there's a loose ball foul on Chris Vogt. But it won't matter anyway, as Gonzaga was going to retain possession. Gilder, the ball handler. Gets the pick by Patrushev. Gonzaga loves using those picks. Kispert. Pass to Gilder in the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gilder finds a hole inside. Too much power. Rebound by Williams. As Williams takes it up court. Awkward off-balance shot. Rebound again by Kispert. Seems like Williams could have just slowed down a bit before releasing that, as it's still a Gonzaga lead by 7. Patrushev at the top. He may be the big man, but he has been known to knock down a few threes every now and then. Instead, it's Woolridge who takes his shot at a 3, and it's good, prompting Gonzaga to take another time out. They have to recollect themselves here as Kispert, Woolridge go to the bench yet again for their Gatorade break, and we will join them quickly. Cincinnati needs a spark here, down by 10. The closest they've been to retaining that lead was when it was all tied up at 12 earlier in the game. And there's Cumberland from deep, rebound instead by Timmy. Timmy up top to Kispert. Kispert pushes the offense, instead he'll have to back out, resettle. Ti passes back to Gilder. Gilder, some nice moves through his legs as he cuts through the lane. It looks like Trey Scott almost got a finger on it, but Gilder was just quick enough to extend the lead. Jaden Cumberland. Defense up top by Gonzaga. Cumberland gets the pick. Could have found Scott to roll. Instead, Cumberland, a nice one-hop shot. No good. Too much power. Clanks off the left side of the rim as Gilder goes back the other way. Gilder to Iai. Iai to Timmy. Timmy, 5 seconds. Kispert to Iai. 3. It's 2. Iai from deep, and it's good. Man, Gonzaga has been hot from the three-point line this quarter. 36-21. 5 shots from 3 as a crazy sequence down low as Timmy fouls Trey Scott, who made a dash for the hoop to give Cincinnati their first bucket in a few minutes. Cumberland, who's on a little bit of a cold streak, decides to sit down. I'd say he would talk it over with the teammates, but they're simulations, so I'm sure they're not talking about anything right now. Probably just looking on, wondering if anything is actually real as Scott connects on his first free throw. Yeah, he passes over the Live Some Sports logo. Good off-ball movement by Gonzaga. They've been utilizing this all game, which allows players like Timmy and like Gilder to get open. Gilder, too much power. Rebound by Diarra. And there's Cumberland's brother, Jaron. Jaron and Javen both on this team as Javen comes in for his older brother, Jaron. And Scott down low, a nice pivot, big man move to cut the lead to 10. Gilder tries to penetrate, and he finds it successfully. Too much power, might have gotten a hand on it, was Zach Harvey. As the Bearcats go the other way, Harvey almost loses it. Oh, he does. It's in the hands of Gilder. Gilder goes back. A strange shot. It looked like it might have been poked out instead, and they're saying no, it was just a no-look pass as the ball sails out of bounds. One of the fans tonight will get a lucky souvenir until the ball is virtually put back into play. It's Cumberland, the inbound, back to Scott. Scott to Williams. Williams finds some room inside, too much power. Gonzaga pushed the ball up the court. Yeah, he had an open hole, didn't take it. Instead, almost as if he picked his eyes up, the ball goes flying out of bounds, but Gonzaga luckily will retain possession. As you see there, if Gonzaga happened to be in the NBA, they'd be doing pretty well. 18 wins and 3 losses as Mark Few uses his first time out of the game, sending the team to their Gatorade break, and we will join them shortly. And we're back after seeing those fancy yet kind of creepy moves from the AI cheerleaders as Gilder gets the inbound. Gilder looks up at the hoop. No-look shot, almost trying to beat Jordan. Someone's been watching The Last Dance lately. Unfortunately, it hasn't been too well as Cumberland, the tomahawk slam. Also probably a page out of Jordan's playbook. Ziyai goes at Cumberland. It's an 8-point lead. Kispert pokes inside. Finally picks up the dribble. Starts dribbling. Takes a jump shot from outside. Swirls out. Rebound by Diarra. Diarra to Cumberland. Cumberland trying to play physical. Cincinnati has not been passing as well as Gonzaga, which is one of the reasons why Gonzaga has jumped out to this lead throughout the game. As Scott puts him in a spin cycle down low for 2, as the Bearcats have scored 9 unanswered points in the last 2.5 minutes and counting, as Ziyai kicks out to Timmy. Back to Gilder. Gilder, a nice Euro step, which has disrupted a slight little glitch in the simulation, but it doesn't matter for Gonzaga, as he still finds a way to make the bucket count. Here's Cumberland. Gets 2 picks. Cumberland finds a hole inside over the outstretched arms of the Gonzaga defender. As is now entering double digits in the time remaining. Almost lost my train of thought there as I saw Kispert pass down low to EI, but it gets denied. Not today, says Zach Harvey. As Williams takes a quick 3, no good, as Timmy ends up with a rebound. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilder dances to the top of the key. Both these teams looking to get some quick points in before the break. Kispert from deep, it's good. Kispert gives Gonzaga the 9-point lead as the shot clock is turned off. Cumberland awaits the final whistle. Instead, he'll choose to dance inside, pass out to Adams Wood. He's been known to hit those, but not this time as Boat goes down the court, chucks up a deep shot, and it's off the front of the rim. That would have been exciting enough. Unfortunately, if you would have made that, no $50K tuition for the big man as we enter halftime with Gonzaga on top. And that's where the recording could stop. I'll wait a few minutes to do the next one and pick up the entertainment pace a little bit. But yeah, that's the end of the first half recording right there. The Cincinnati Bearcats are clawing back, but the Bulldogs have shown that they are more than just a team that's all bark and no bite as they enter the second half with a 9-point lead, and the story thus far has been shooting. See that the Bearcats have had 39% success rate from the field in the first half, whereas the Bulldogs have done better with 51%. But if either team is going to take home their trip to the Elite Eight, things are going to have to change right here on the Live Sim Sports. I'm Zach Cohen, welcoming you again back from that halftime break as we're live, kind of, here at the Staples Center with a trip to the Elite Eight on the line and a visit against the Utah State Aggies. Now, both teams have done quite a lot to get to this point. Gonzaga came in as a number 1 seed. They quickly defeated 16 Boston. Had a little bit of a tougher challenge against number 9 Oklahoma. And then they came in here tonight against Cincinnati, who entered the tournament as the 12th seed, but has since taken down number 5 Butler and number 4 Wisconsin. Now, if I'm virtual Mark Few during this halftime, I'm telling the team to slow down. The ball movement has been good. The off-ball movement has been better, but they got to start knocking into shots, get guys in rhythms, and hope that they stay there. And as for Cincinnati with John Brennan, well, they need to start making those shots because that is something they've struggled with all game. As we're back into the action, Vogt, the big man up top, takes his time. The shot clock has been a true enemy of both of these teams tonight, as they're used to college basketball shot clock rules, instead having to deal with the quicker NBA shot clock rules. Here is already down to 1 second. Adam Wood chucks up something deep enough, but not deep enough to be a 3. Either way, it's in and out. Kispert on the other end already has 9 points as he crashes through looking for his 11th points. Instead, it's Vogt who corrals the rebound. Adams Woods kicks into the corner for Keith Williams. Williams almost loses it inside the paint. Tries to put a pivot move on. Instead, it's Jaron Cumberland. Cumberland crashes hard at the hoop. Pinballs around into the hands of Vogt, who comes up with it. And Vogt can't finish as Petrushev ends up with the ball. Pushes quickly up ahead to Joel Ayi. Ayi inside to Tilly. He can't bank it in. It's Cumberland. Snacks his 5th rebound of the game. Cumberland works on Woolridge. Cumberland tries to find a lane. He goes at it with the right hand. Too much power. Board by Tilly. Up top to Petrushev. Petrushev almost finds the lane. Instead he stops. Tries to kiss it in. Can't connect. Williams comes away with the rebound. Williams just alongside the elbow. Instead, pass back out to Javen Cumberland, who can't connect from deep. There's Petrushev on the rebound. Said he'll kick it up to Kispert from the corner, in and out. So close as we are still scoreless here in the third quarter. It's Cumberland almost loses it to Woolridge. Back up top to Williams. Approaching 10 seconds. Adams Woods gets the pick. Adams Woods at the top of the key. Time's running out. Down to Cumberland. Back to Vogt. Vogt has to get up a shot, and it does. It beats the shot clock buzzer to give the Bearcats their first points of the quarter. Woolridge takes it down across that beautiful Live Sim Sports logo. Back to Ai. Yeah, I tries to put some fancy spin moves on Williams. Instead passes back to Kispert. Kispert tries to move around that awkward cluster at the top of the key. Instead, he has to face the shot clock, but it's no problem for him. Kispert with his 11th points of the game. Cumberland to Adams Woods to Vogt. Back down to Williams. Williams gets the pick from Vogt. Williams back to Vogt. The teammates working well together, and the ball is poked out with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Good defense by Kispert. Kispert has been a huge star for this Gonzaga team. He's played all 33 games coming into the season as one Cumberland checks in for the other one. The Cumberland family, presumably sitting in the stands somewhere, getting their money's worth, even if the tickets were free. Vogt back to Cumberland. Cumberland has to face the shot clock again. This will be a 3, but it doesn't count as Tilly gets the board. Up top to Woolridge. Woolridge tries to make a move inside, and he does a switcheroo in midair, but to no avail as Vogt pulls it down. Here come the Bearcats. Williams waits for his team to come back. Adams Woods passes to Jaron Cumberland. And Cumberland loses it up top to Patrushev. There goes Ayayi calling to the hole, and he can't connect, but Tilly pulls down the board off the head of it looked like Javen Cumberland. There goes Woolridge inside. Pass out to Ayayi. Shot clock winding down. Nice moves by Ayayi inside. The Patrushev is there for the strong putback to give Gonzaga a double-digit lead. Cumberland to Scott. Back to Adams Woods. Woods looking for some off-ball movement. They'll look for Williams at top of the key. Instead, Williams crashes inside, immediately deflected back out. So Adams Woods will reset at the near wing. Adams Woods instead pulls up. Patrushev rebounds as Cincinnati's shooting woes continue. Yayi going behind the bag. A nice Kyrie Irving impression. Fortunately, couldn't capitalize on, so Patrushev ends up with it as the shot clock approaches 10, and there's the big man yet again. A bank shot in. He's got 8 points on the night. Javen Cumberland works on Woolridge. Lots of off-ball scurrying for the Bearcats. Cumberland gets a pick from Scott. Just use it as he switches on Vogt, a height mismatch. Cumberland takes a 3 and just in and out. For a second, it looked like it was going in there, as Ayayi gets the needle right, which was totally thread, showing my clear lack of knowledge about sewing-related basketball puns. I'm sure I'll have a lot to think about there, as Cincinnati calls a timeout at Cumberland, hyped up. Stick around, we'll be right back after this quick Gatorade break. Vogt with the inbounds for Cincinnati. Back to Stott. Scott to Adams Woods. Back to Cumberland. To Scott. Good ball movement by the Bearcats. It's Adams Woods. Waits for Keith Williams to come around. Williams pump fakes inside. Shot clock yet again. 3, 2. It's denied! Oh, and he gets it. It looked like all hope was lost. But a couple days after May 4th, he shows that there is a new hope. Beautiful sequence that was almost ugly for Cincinnati, but the game continues on as Gilder on the opposite side of the court gets the pick. Gilder crashes inside, Stead kicks out to Woolridge. Can he respond with a 3 of his own? No. Adams Woods with the rebound. The Bearcats still down by 11. Williams taking his time. Looking for a post by Vogt. Vogt down low. A hop and he gets fouled. Can't connect on the shot, but he will get a shooting foul called on him. As what should be a pretty neutral crowd happens to be booing Cincinnati. It makes sense considering this is the Staples Center after all, so I'm sure it's a quicker distance between Spokane, Washington, and Cincinnati. I'll have my geographers check that out as Vogt connects for his first free throw of the game. Chris Vogt came into the game averaging 11 points per game, third on the Bearcats roster. He's a Kentucky native. Can't connect on the second free throw. It really seems to be the theme of this game as players are shooting 50 from the line, as would you look at that, Patrushev coming out of nowhere to slam it down. A pretty good Thor impression as he drops the hammer to extend the Gonzaga lead. As for Cumberland, waiting for man to get open, instead it's poked away by Woolridge. Woolridge showing why his hands are one of the quickest on this Gonzaga team. He leads the team with 47 steals. 12 seconds on the shot clock, enough to make some moves, take a shot off. This is Scott in the corner, not known to shoot threes. Scott almost loses it. It was good defense by Timmy. Cumberland will have to get a shot up. Instead, it's stolen again by Woolridge. Ryan Woolridge playing absolutely sticky defense there. Looks like he had 5 or 6 hands on just that sequence. As for Gonzaga, still maintaining the lead with Woolridge. Receives the inbound, gets the pick. Woolridge crosses, pulls up a jump shot. It's good from roughly 10 virtual feet out. And already Woolridge, a game high 14 points. He is heating up. There's Vogt back to Adams Woods. Adams Woods was trailed by Woolridge, so he'll kick it out to Scott in the corner. Back to Javen Cumberland. He's been cold lately. Instead, he'll take a deep 3 and a quick response to Woolridge's shot on the opposite end, allowing Mark Few to take his first timeout of the half. One of my favorite things about this game is that it allows me to be able to talk to myself and not seem weird, as it's still just me, Zach Cohen, with this Live Sim Sports matchup. Gonzaga Bulldogs 53, Cincinnati Bearcats 41. And if there was someone else next to me in my room, I would ask what Cincinnati has to do to claw back from this 12-point deficit. And my answer would simply be more off-ball movement and better shots. The Bearcats haven't been nearly as efficient as Gonzaga has on offense, nearly 20% differential in field goal percentages, as Patrushev is heating up a spin move inside. He gets fouled by Vogt. Vogt's second foul of the game. And Filip Patrushev, arguably the star player for this Bulldogs team. He is tough, and he's got the heart, and he's clearly got the skill. He was a Wooden All-American and was the West Coast Conference Player of the Year as he goes to the line for the first time of the half. So fans anxiously await. Sinks on the first one. Mark Few clearly ecstatic, as John Brandon looking sorrowful as ever. A blank expression. You would think at least they would program some emotions into the coaches on the sidelines. And there you go again, another 1-and-1 with the free throws there. As Patrushev can't connect. Cumberland back on the other end, almost loses it to who else but Woolridge. Instead, Cumberland uses it as an opportunity to show off his range, making it a 10-point deficit now. The Bearcats slowly starting to find some rhythm. But it's Woolridge finding a hole, but he can't capitalize. Rebound by Vogt, who pushes up top to Adams Woods. He'll find Cumberland in the corner. Couldn't get the back-to-back threes. Instead, rebound by Woolridge, who pushes up top to Admon Gilder. Gilder works around Adams Woods. Instead, he'll reset with Woolridge. Back to Gilder, 10 seconds. Gilder pump fakes. Gilder looks like he's on his own. Nope, it's Kispert with 3 seconds. Kispert has to take a long 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound by Vogt. Kispert looks like he would have loved the green infinity stone there to give himself some more time on that highly contested shot. As Adams Woods resets, finds Vogt in the paint. Vogt, a size mismatch on Woolridge. Too easy for the 7-footer. He had 9 inches on Woolridge. A smart pass inside. As Woolridge goes back the other way, passes to Kispert. Kispert's been uncharacteristically quiet in the past few minutes as we're under 1 minute left in the quarter. Woolridge gets the pick from Patrushev. Woolridge almost blocked, can't get it off in time as Patrushev outmuscles for the board, but it's not enough as the Bearcats go the other way. Adams Woods pulls up from deep off the front of the rim. And here come the Bulldogs. Woolridge backs out, takes his time. 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilder gets a pick from Woolridge. Kispert along the perimeter, looking a little tired out there as he again waits for the clock to wind down. Timmy didn't have much of an opportunity there as Vogt corrals the board. As Cumberland likely holds for the final shot. Passes to Adams Woods. 2 seconds. Adam Woods stuffed right under the hoop as Gilder denies any attempt at a last-second bucket, sending his team into the fourth quarter with an 8-point lead and a trip to the Elite Eight on the line to see if the Bearcats could potentially come back from this deficit. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. When you prepare for a trip to the Elite Eight, everything has to become consolidated with that one focus of reaching the promised land. So last night, Gonzaga and Cincinnati both had chances to sit down, have a nice dinner, enjoy some holographic meatloaf as they set their sights on the Final Four. As the fourth quarter is underway, 1 quarter left for one of these teams to stake their claim and face off Utah State in the next round as Woolridge pulls up from deep. It was close, but no cigar as Cumberland pulls back the other way. Cumberland almost loses his footing. Passes to Vogt underneath. Vogt, another size mismatch. Too easy for the big man. He has 8 points on the night. Woolridge calls for a pick. Kispert comes around the side. Pump fakes. 10 seconds. Back to Gilder. Gilder holds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds again. Kispert, he's open for 3. It's nothing but nets. Craig Kispert, the 3-point specialist, coming in clutch down the stretch here as the time ticks off for one of these teams' remarkable virtual seasons. There's Cumberland, a short jump shot, a few feet out. Can't connect as Kispert passes up top to Woolridge. He's got a lane. Instead, he pulls up from a short distance. Rebound by Petrushev, who outmuscles and banks it in amidst a swarm of black jerseys. Cumberland dances a little bit at the top, but Woolridge isn't going to give him anything. 12 seconds, Cumberland to his brother. As the younger Cumberland crashes hard to the hoop to give Cincinnati their first buckets in nearly 2 minutes. Woolridge tries to cross up the defender. Woolridge instead goes hard at the glass over the outstretched arms of Vogt, who snags his 7th rebound. Cumberland goes in hard, uses that momentum to push deep into Gonzaga territory. Instead, he's backed out to the corner. Great defense by Admin Gilder. Instead, his brother will take a shot from the top of the key, but he isn't successful. Kispert waits along the perimeter. Instead, he'll take a dribble in. Crashes hard to the hoop. Rebound by Williams. Too much power, and here come the Bearcats. Cumberland crashes hard to the left side of the hoop, and it rolls out into the arms of Matthew Lang. Killian Tilly, as Gilder goes through the scrum and kisses it off the backboard to extend the Gonzaga lead to 11. Gilder having lots of success driving into the paint tonight. Jaron Cumberland, closely by Gilder, gets the pick left from Vogt. Cumberland swings in hard to the hoop, and he finishes with the layup. Give himself a team-high 13 points. The opposite end, Woolridge tries to make some moves, isn't successful. Woolridge back to Kispert, looking a little more sluggish than usual. Something tells me he could use a Gatorade break. But you never know. Kispert, a jump shot from 9 virtual feet out, rebound by Vogt. Just like that, the Bulldogs' hot streak has seemingly been cooled. Cumberland back to his brother. Parents beaming with pride on the sideline. Cumberland again. Jaron Cumberland, a shot clock winding down. Ball poked away by the Gonzaga defense. As Woolridge goes the opposite way, he's back to the hoop. A nice move to shake Cumberland. Instead passes up top to Gilder to reset the offense. As the shot clock hits 10 again. These teams playing with fire with how long they can hold the ball as Gilder's shot won't go. Rebound again by Vogt. Williams' exhaustion looking a little more clear as time ticks away on what could be their final game of this virtual season. As Cumberland pump fakes inside. Shot clock a factor again. Cumberland changes the shot in midair. Down low to Scott. Gets off a shot and Scott can't connect. Back to Kispert. Kispert at the top of the key. Holds. He's pushed to the corner. Kicks down low to Tilly, who takes a hop and goes up. It looks like he was fouled. Instead, the refs are going to say it's Cumberland with the steal. A jump shot from just outside the elbow. Rebound by Scott, who puts it in. Scott's first points of the half, and it couldn't come at a more crucial time. Great play in the paint by Trey Scott, the redshirt senior, making another dent in the score sheet as he heads to the bench, still down by 7. Cincinnati has really had a tough road to get here. They played the upset role not once, but twice as they beat Butler in the round of 64 and Wisconsin in the round of 32, but they haven't faced Filip Pestrashev yet, as the Serbian forward has been nearly lights out tonight for this Gonzaga team, showing why many teams have already inquired about the 6'11" footer player thing. You know what I mean. Woolridge takes his time. 4:40 left. Shot clock again, winding down. There's Tilly. There's not David Aldridge reporting. As Iai waits for the time, he chucks up some sort of resemblance of a shot. Obviously can't connect. It's Cumberland from the other end, and he says, that's how you do it. If you're going to take a deep three, let me show you how it's done to bring Cincinnati within 4. And just like that, we have a game here at the virtual Staples Center. Pestrashev at the top of the perimeter. Passes to Kispert. 5 seconds. Kispert in the corner to Tilly. No good. Vogt another rebound as he enters double figures off the boards. Williams crashes inside, almost loses it, but finds a way to finish, bringing the Bearcats within 2. It's now the smallest lead of the game since the first quarter. Woolridge at the wing, penetrates inside. Woolridge in the face of Cumberland, his fadeaway can't go. As Cumberland pushes back down the court, the Bulldogs sorely need a bucket right now. The Bearcats are clawing back, much to the deafening roar of what should be a neutral home crowd. Instead, it's Williams back to Adams Woods. Adams Woods once again holding on way too long. An off-balance 3 off the front of the rim into the arms of Tilly. Pushes up to Petrashev. Petrashev taking his time. Iai crashes along, almost runs into his own player. So he'll hand it off to Petrashev, who can't connect. He was right under the hoop, and that's a huge moment for Williams. Can the Bearcats capitalize? Adams Woods in the corner. Gets the pick from Vogt. Adams Woods crashes hard to the hoop, and it rims out. The Bearcats so close from taking the lead as Iai, the lone man in the paint for the Bulldogs, almost loses it, regains possession, but no good. It wasn't enough. Williams, the ball handler for the Bearcats, a wild sequence back and forth. Cumberland, a contested 3 from deep off the back of the rim again. As Iai kicks that down low to Kispert, who finds a lane inside, and it's good. Kispert loving what he sees. At least I think you can't really tell with these simulated faces. The Bearcats cross midcourt. Less than 2 minutes away between them and a trip to the Elite 8. Adams Woods in the corner, a behind the back move for some reason. Didn't seem to pay off, and we can't connect on the 3. Iai goes back the other way. Out to Woolridge. Woolridge taking his time as he crosses the court. 1:30 left. Patrushev down low, and he gets fouled. Vogt's third foul. These two free throws coming at a huge moment in this game. 1:32 left, and if the Bulldogs can hold on, they will clinch their 5th trip to the Elite Eight. They went there last year, they went there 3 years ago, they went there 5 years ago. Can Filip Patrushev and the Gonzaga Bulldogs make this back-to-back trips? Well, the answer is still unclear. He did miss that first free throw, as a quick reminder, as some fans silently rejoice. For if a player misses 2 free throws, they will get digital Taco Bell. Patrushev needs some Gatorade, the fans need some Taco Bell, and it's the fans' desires who win out, getting the free digital Taco Bell. Patrushev can't connect on either way or the other end. Cumberland sailing out of nowhere. That's going on a portrait in the Cumberland household. Absolutely astonishing play by the guard, as the Bearcats within 2, but if Kispert has anything to say about that, he gets fouled and sent to the line. It's Keith Williams' second foul of the game. I think the interesting part about that last sequence is that it's a momentum killer. Zach. Oh, yeah, Zach? Yeah, Zach. Oh, great. Out of context, people might think I'm crazy for talking to myself, but this is live sim sports. This is virtual college basketball. Anything goes, as Kispert's first 3 goes. Foul also putting them in the coveted bonus. Can't connect on the second free throw again. I think someone cranked up the difficulty sliders for the second free throw percentage, because no one seems to be hitting their second attempt from the charity stripe. 1 minute left. Cumberland back to Adams with Keith Williams in the corner. Williams decides, you know what, I'll take a shot, and it pays off to tie the game. A huge moment for the junior guard from New York, as the game is now tied for the first time since the first half. Absolutely crazy here. Who needs March Madness when you have May Madness here at Live Sim Sports? And now if I'm John Brennan, coach right there for Cincinnati, I'm saying nothing, because he's not programmed to say anything. He's a simulation. But if he were real, if he developed some conscience like they did in Westworld, then I would be saying, slow down, continue to play your game. Ignore the fans. They're just robots. But more importantly, just keep your head in the game, just like playing any other basketball game. Ball movement is key, and connect those shots. And if I'm Mark Few, same thing goes. He's not saying anything, but if, again, he was given some sort of resemblance of being an actual human being, I'm saying, get those open shots, play to your strengths, which right now are Kispert and Patrushev. And there's Kispert. It's the inbound. It's off the double pick. Kispert crashes in hard. And it looks like it was swatted by Vogt. The big man might have got a hand on it. There's Adams Woods down to Scott as he throws the hammer down, and taking the lead to cap up a 13-point run in the last 8.5 minutes. And just like that, Bulldogs fans are virtually sweating here at the Staples Center. The Bearcats take the lead for the first time in, well, the entire game, basically. As there you see Scott heading off for the Bulldogs. The unsung hero found a lane and just bam, a huge play for the Bearcats. The music's so fitting for the atmosphere of this arena right now. Forget the quiet room that I'm in. Focus on the electricity in the fans, the anxiety, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, all in play here in May, as one of these teams will move on to face number 10 Utah State. And if the 30 seconds hold true, it will be the Bearcats Unless the Bulldogs pull off a big play here. And Gonzaga has had much more success from the three-point line all game when compared to Cincinnati. So don't rule out a three-pointer to take the lead. However, the Bulldogs have had lots of success in the paint as well. As Tilly inbounds to Kispert. Kispert for the open man. Kispert has a lane. Instead, it's outside for the shot, and it's good! Joel Iyayi, the Caped Crusader for the Bulldogs. Who needs Korean baseball when you've got college basketball simulations? The Bulldogs take the lead, and they are 18.3 seconds away from a trip to the virtual Elite Eight. My oh my, or should I say may oh may. Outstanding play by Kispert. He crashed through the paint, which drew the defender out, leaving Iyayi, the French red shirt sophomore, for what seemed like a whole football field of space to knock down the go-ahead three and the potential dagger in the hearts of Bearcats everywhere. Of course, there's still plenty of time left for the Bearcats to take the lead. They were smart. They would play to their strengths here. Again, the Cumberland twins have been pivotal for this Bearcats team down the stretch. And with the parents, we assume somewhere in the stands. I know every fifth fan looks like the fan in front of them. But either way, it's a tense moment here. 16 seconds and counting. Cumberland, a trip to the Elite Eight on the line. Looks like he's going to hold. Cumberland. Defense by Woolridge. We have time to get a shot up, and he can't connect, sending Gonzaga forward to their fifth trip to the Elite Eight in program history. You can't make this stuff up unless you know code, because you could probably write some for this simulation. Frantic frenzy of a game here late. Cincinnati's comeback bid denied as the Bulldogs take this one 67-66 as Gonzaga is on to Utah State in the Elite Eight. Thanks for watching. I'm Zach Cohen. Hope everyone stays safe and healthy out there. Tune in next time.